Hey, welcome to the channel. JB here, excited you're with me. Today we're going to go over 4 quotes that can really help you with your productivity. Something new on the show. Let's do this thing. Well, welcome. And every once in a while, I take a look at quotes and they really help me kind of solidify the direction I'm going. And one of the things I want to do on the channel here is bring you obviously different content, stuff to help you along the way. And quotes really can do that. Learning from other people, that wisdom that you can apply can make a big difference. And I want to bring that to the channel. We're going to have some fun with this. And I love any comments below of quotes that you love when it comes to productivity or getting things done. We're going to have some fun with this. So the first couple quotes we're going to go with is David Allen. And David Allen wrote the book Getting Things Done, has been around for a long time, and it's really been one of those things that helps people move things forward. And he has a couple great quotes. So we're going to go through these. The first quote he says is this, that sometimes the biggest gain in productive energy will come from cleaning the cobwebs, dealing with the old business, and clearing the desk, cutting loose debris that's impending forward motion. So what he's telling us here is he's talking about clutter. And one of the big things that I've always worked with clients and with other people is to tell them, get rid of the desk, clean the desk at the end of the night. So when you come in the next day, it's totally clean and you're ready to go. And you feel so much better. It's like the kitchen sink. When you put a dish in the kitchen sink with your family, right? And you put it in there and you don't wash it or move it to the dishwasher, then somebody else puts a thing in there, a dish or a glass or some silverware. Then next thing you know, you have this overflowing kitchen sink. And basically what David Allen is telling us that sometimes the most productive use of our time is to reduce that clutter, get the stuff out of the way, get organized so that we can get things done. Now, I will caution you with this because there's the idea of the clean the garage syndrome where you've got to get some really important things done and instead of doing them, you go clean the garage. That's an excuse. That's getting in the way. What he's saying here is use it once in a while as a technique to kind of let your mind go, clear the clutter, keep things organized, and you'll get more things done. And that means cleaning the cobwebs, clearing up old business, allowing new things to happen. That's what he means here. Not being distracted by cleaning the cobwebs and not getting your book done or doing the things you need to do. So just a little cautionary tale with that quote, but a good one, right? Let's clear the clutter. Let's clean things up so that we can focus on things we need to do. The next David Allen quote is this: you can fool everyone else, but you can't fool your own mind. And I love this one because, again, one of the things that I like to help people with is to get people to reach their potential, to get people to do what they can do. And if you've ever read The 4 Agreements, which is another great book, in there it talks about one of the agreements is to just do your best. And there's only one person in the world that knows if you're doing your best, right? And that's you. And at the end of the day, if you look in the mirror and you said, I gave it my best shot, you can't do anything else. So the idea of comparing yourself to other people, beating yourself up, there's only one thing you can do every day, and that's to give it your best shot. That's really the key thing. And that's what David Allen is telling us here. You can fool everybody else, but you're the person that you can't fool your own mind. Back when I was in corporate and I had a job, there were those days where I would sit on the internet and just try to get through the day and not really do anything, right? And those were the days I came home most exhausted compared to when I worked so hard and I would do a bunch of things in my corporate job. But I knew because I was kind of fooling myself. I wasn't fooling anybody else. I was just kind of wasting time. I was just a clock puncher, right? And that's what you got to avoid doing. Be careful with that because you can't fool yourself, all right? You can fool other people, but at the end of the day, did you give it your best shot or did you not give it your best shot? And that's all you can do. All right, the next quote I want to do is from Albert Einstein. And I love Albert Einstein's quotes. He's got so many good ones. But this one I think is really important. He says, strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. And I find this one huge because when I started my career, when I was doing podcasting, and that was my first thing, and now we're up to 4,137 episodes and 40-some million downloads. But when I first started that, I was really focused on success. And we had some success, but I kind of fell down a lot. And it really wasn't working because I was really into the numbers. And it was only until I said, okay, heck with success, I'm just going to find value and put value out there, things started to work. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm finding ways to create value for you, which translates into people going to Morning Coach and getting the planner and purchasing other things. Not my intention. My intention is to put value into the world And when people see that, they say, wow, this is a guy or somebody that I would like to work with at a deeper level or within the framework of his community or his group coaching. And that's how it works. So I don't focus on success anymore. I'm following what Albert Einstein says. And believe me, he's a smart dude, right? And that is to, figure out ways that I can provide value like I'm trying to do here for you on this channel by creating community and then bringing you stuff every week, 3 to 4 videos, trying to increase the quality of the video so the value's there, maybe less videos, but better quality videos with great information. So I love that quote from Albert Einstein. I think it's a great one, and it's something that we should all focus on, and that is creating more value in our life instead of just trying to be successful. And the success really follows when you create that value. The last quote I want to give you is one of my favorite authors, and if you haven't watched me before, I'm a big fan of horror movies and horror books. I just am. I've always loved them. Back in 1979, I was 10 or 11 years old, and my stepfather was working in a liquor store, and I was helping him carry cases of beer, and a friend of his showed up with another friend of mine that was 11 years old and said, hey, you want to go to the movies? And my stepdad thought we were just going to a regular movie. And so he took us to Halloween. And if you remember in 1979, Halloween was a pretty intense thing by John Carpenter. But I fell in love with horror movies at that point. I got scared and I was like, this is great. So I've always been a horror movie fan. So I had to sneak in an Edgar Allan Poe, who's one of the original horror guys, right? Quotes. And Edgar Allan Poe says this. He says the best things in life make you sweaty. And I love that because, there is the grind element to things. I have friends out there, Gary Vaynerchuk, we started back in the day. He was doing Wine Library TV on YouTube way back when, and my show was pretty big, and I was doing, we'd do some, what was called Blog World back then, and we keynoted those things. And, he was a hustle guy. And I think hustle is important, but I also think taking a little break is important. But I think the idea is that it does take work to get things done. You got to work smart, not hard, but it does take work. And if you do that, right, things are going to start to happen for you. And you just got to keep the intelligence level up and find people that are doing things you want to do. Find inspiration and motivation. Hopefully you're getting some of that from this channel. And keep driving for the things that you're looking to go after. Look, if I could make it and do the things that I do, you can do what you want to do. It's just a matter of understanding that you got to gain the skills and continue to learn and progress and become that pro that you truly are in the thing that you want to do. And that's what we've got to focus on. All right. So as always, if you're getting value from this, hit the thumbs up. It helps me in the algorithm. And also, if you don't mind joining the community and subscribing, it'd be great to have you because I'm putting up 3 to 4 videos on productivity, on e-ink devices, on all kinds of stuff. We're going to keep experimenting, with other things. Last week I did 3 videos on speed reading, which a lot of people liked. And we're going to continue to have some fun here. And I appreciate your support by hitting that subscribe button and that little thumbs up. So go have a great day. Hopefully those 4 quotes get you thinking a little bit. And that's really what you do with quotes. You just kind of think about them and then apply them to your life. And we're going to have some fun with these. I enjoy them, and it is a big part of my life. So if I can bring you some of the ones that I really enjoy, hopefully they help you too. All right, until the next video, go have a fantastic day, and thanks for watching. Thank you.